Cockroaches, you get it? Huh? Cockroaches? Hello there everybody, Vatolicious here, bringing you what is probably going to be a short-ish video. I'm very tired today, but this game is City of Steam, and it is in alpha test weekend for today. I guess today is the last day. I've been playing it all weekend, having a good fun with it, but I've gotten kind of far, and I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about this game. There's a secret about this game too that I'm not going to tell you until the very end of the video. And if you notice the quality difference in this video, hopefully you won't notice the quality difference because I am recording with a different program than normally, and I wanted to give that a shot. So hopefully it won't suck, but we'll see. So this game, City of Steam, you might have noticed at first it kind of looked like your traditional, like sort of this kind of view, WASD MMO, you know, like a World of Warcraft, Star Wars, all that shit. But it's not. It can be. You can zoom in and you can play it that way. You can see down here you've got all the buttons for your hotkeys and stuff. Here's your healing potion and your mana potion effectively, and you can play it that way. Or you can zoom out like this and you can left click around and you can play it more like a Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate kind of thing. And that's how I've been playing it. And it's a really fun game. So I should probably tell you a little more about this. Like I said, I'm incredibly exhausted today, so this video might not make any sense. But I have codes for this game to give away, alpha codes. So I actually purchased a pack of codes, and I'm going to be giving them out to you guys if you're interested. Not many people seem interested in Smite, but hopefully you know, I'll find something to interest you guys. But this game, as you might have kind of looked around and noticed, is a steampunk game. It's a steampunk MMO, which I think is cool. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like, I have a super wicked boner for steampunk. Like, anything steampunk just makes me so fucking wet. I don't know why. I just love it. And I've always wanted to have like a steampunk kind of paladin in a game. Like, I just think that's dope, and so I've kind of got one. I mean, the gear isn't super right, but you can see I've got like little like steampunky looking things on my boots or whatever, and you know, this thing's all gushing out steam, and it's got all its little wheels and shit. And this is a storage system too. It's like they explained it as like you put shit in here in this tube, and then it like sucks it underground and just floats around until you you know, until you are ready to take it out. But I still haven't really told you too much about this game. It's a lot like your traditional MMOs, but like I said, there's multiple ways you can play it. I mean, you can play it WASD, run around, or you can do left click and whatnot. And you know, for the most part, it's very much like all your other MMOs. You got your gear in here, and you know, you got your pack. It's all separated, different kinds of gear, different kinds of accessories and whatnot. But the cool thing about this game is that any class has got a weapon and shield, dual weapons, and a two-handed weapon. You can see I've got them all here. I've got two weapons on the side, I've got a big two-handed weapon on my back, and then I have my shield, which is pretty cool. I like that. And my character is kind of your typical warrior paladin kind of thing, and that's the kind of character I always play. But one cool feature about this game is the quest board. Any local quests are right here. So when you go into a new zone, you go, okay, well, like in another MMO, you might go, alright, well, where do I go to get my new quests, or where do I get quests for this game, or am I missing any quests in the area? Well, here you just click on, let's say, refuge restock. Alright, the tavern keeps kegs have run dry, and the corsairs in the old courtyard have stolen their reserves. You need to talk to waitress. You click on waitress, and I'm not touching shit. My hands are literally in the air right now, and my character is running there. That's dope. Because a lot of times it's like, where the fuck is that person? You gotta Google that shit. And you've got kind of like an old school like conversation system. Like, really the feel of this game feels to me more like Neverwinter Nights than any other game, any other MMO. Like, it's an MMO and you play with people and it's got a lot of MMO shit to it, but it mostly feels like an old BioWare RPG, you know, like Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, all those kinds of things. And it's really fun. and I'll probably do more videos on this as it gets going more, because this, I should mention, this is like the second weekend ever. Like, this is like the second playable build that they've ever had. It's in alpha, it's not even in beta, so this is an alpha test, so a lot of shit's gonna change, but I really do like it. It's really pretty sick. And the intro was fun. You start off on a big train, and you have to fight your way off. And each race that you are, like I'm what's called a Stigmari, I think. And you've got race-specific like storylines that you go on and do. So you can play all the different races, and you've got your own specific storyline. You have a house in this game, which I can show you. There's really nothing in it right now because I'm low level. But another cool feature of this game is the boards. If you go into the different parts of the town, you click and you go, where do I want to go? We'll go to the old courtyard, and we'll do that quest that I just picked up from the waitress. See, I just click on the sign and he goes to the old courtyard. Well, this is cool for a number of reasons, because you know, there's people like me with really bad sense of direction who can't really find things. Laggy people, if you're lagging in a game, then you can click on that sign and it'll just get you to where you need to go, which I think is cool. And like they were mentioning, the developers were mentioning that, you know, that they put that in there because they wanted to have like something for just the social players. And yes, I did just summon robots. You fucking jelly. I summoned robots. It was dope. So you can see I'm fighting with my sword and shield, and oh god, something happened. So these are quest items that I have for different quests. But you just click on shit that's on the ground. You can run over gold to pick that up. And bada bing, bada boom, you got that shit. But let's say now I want dual weapons. So I just click on dual weapons and it pulls out the dual weapons. So it's like I'm as tanky as I possibly can be with this character. Like I put a couple of points in a couple able,ties, and like I just wanted to have robots because I thought robots were sick. But I have this charge ability that really doesn't do much damage, and then I have this sort of AoE cone, you can see, and it's like a knockback sometimes. But I have a shit ton of health and a lot of defense, because I always like to just play the tanky ass characters, and these guys were just dope. I couldn't pass them up. Oh, don't go away, don't go away, come back, come on, summon more. There you go. Sick. These guys are dope. I just think it's cool. Like everything in this game is like little robots, and these guys are just sick little, like, they remind me of the footmen from Warcraft 3. They're pretty sick. So I couldn't pass up getting them. But mostly I'm just a tank, and it's really pretty sick that I can, you know, carry different weapons. So I'm like, oh, I have a two-handed weapon, and I'll just fuck shit up. And instead of cockroaches, they have these little guys. They're called clockroaches. You get it? Huh? Clockroaches, because they're clockwork, and they're just made of metal, and they're little robots. It's pretty cool. I think that's sick. I like that. And so you got just your map. You can look that up, and you can kind of just keep that right there. Oh, apparently I just healed myself. I didn't need to. But, like, it does remind me, like I was saying, more of like an old school BioWare game. You can like open doors, and you know, there's like little secret chests, and there's secret areas in this game too. Like in a map, you'll be going around, and you'll find like a secret hidden door, and you'll be able to just get extra treasure and go into a secret area. And you do certain quests, and like you complete them all, and you'll unlock like secret quests. And just like there are a couple times where you'll do a quest, and you'll unlock a secret area that you can only go in and clear once, but there's like shit tons of loot in that area, and it's just like really beneficial for you to have done that. And it is a free-to-play game, and it's going to be completely free-to-play when it comes out. One of the big things they're doing on microtransactions though is right up here you'll see keys. Keys allow you to open up secret areas. They allow you to open up chests and do a number of other things. And you do get 3 keys for free every day. You have like a basic sort of supply ration that you can get from an NPC every day, and you can choose between healing pots, like buff food, or like the keys. And I like the keys because, you know, you get shit from it. So I always get the keys. I had like 9 keys, but I went and opened a bunch of shit. And like you probably just saw me pick up a key, which is what reminded me. So you don't always have to, you know, buy stuff. So you can completely play it without having to purchase any keys or anything. But like I said, it's in alpha, you know, they might change the drop rates or whatever, so it's not particularly good to talk about that shit because it's so like not even close to being done. But another one thing I wanted to talk about, like this, there's so much shit. Like you might think that this game like looks a little shallow, but there's so much shit that you can do in this game, and so much shit that I can talk about that I really just don't have time, and I'm way too tired to go over all of it right now. But I just wanted to show you one thing that I thought was really sick. You can upgrade shit right here, and so you've got anything. You can upgrade anything, any of your weapons. Like if you see here, right where on this dwarven shield underneath where it says damage 00, you can see all those little gray like icons. Those are all upgrades that I can put onto that shield. And right here with all this materials, you've got rusty guard, like handles and stuff that you can put. And there's guns in this game too. There's a gun class, and you can socket in new bullet chambers, ammo chambers. You can see right here on my belt, I've got a little pouch. That's an addition. That belt didn't have any pouches when I first got it. So like the belt is up here on my waist, and I socketed on pouches, so now he's got a pouch like on his waist, and that increases your backpack size, which is sick. And everything that you add on, like I had my other shield, I think, yeah, it was that dwarven shield. I'll put that back on real quick and show you. Yeah, these little gauges right here, that's something that I socketed onto it. And you can socket on like metal plates, and you'll get that. Or like when you socket on your guns, you'll see like the new bullet chambers, and you'll see like the new handles that you put on, and you can socket, you know, different things for your melee weapons, and it visually changes your gear by adding those upgrades. And I think that's really cool. And you can make pretty unique weapons by doing that, and pretty unique armor by doing that, which I think is really sick. And I just like the art style. Like I said, I'm super wet over steampunk anyway, but I think like this mask is pretty cool, and like those boots are really sick too, because they're like medievally looking boots, but then they've got like, you know, gauges or whatever on the back. And steampunk, I think, is just, it's fun. I have a good time with steampunk. There's so much more I could go over with this game. It really is. If you're super interested right now in like learning more, Total Biscuit did a video. It's like an hour-and-a-half video, and he did it with all the developers of the game, and they really just go over every last little thing. My guy's freaking out right here. He doesn't like loading screens. But they go over damn near everything, and then give you a lot of insight into the game. And it's an older build in this one, so it's a little bit different, but for the most part it's the same. Yeah, I intend to be playing this every weekend they have available for me to be playing it. So I could probably bring you more. I know I always say, you know, I'm going to bring you more of whatever game, and I never fucking do. But in this case, I think I'm definitely going to, because things are going to be changing a lot, and I'm really interested in this. And I do have some alpha keys to give away for you guys. If you're interested in an alpha key, let me know in the comments, and I'll come and I'll pick a couple after a few days. And it'll let you go into... It's been both weekends since I've heard about it. It's been 2 weekends in a row at least that they've done alpha testing, so it stands to reason that next weekend will be the next alpha test. So if you get your codes this week and you apply them, you'll be able to get into the next alpha weekend. And for the secret, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's a secret about this game. The secret is that this is a browser game. Now you might not really realize that looking at it. You might say, well, these graphics are a little weak, you know, for a new game. And honestly, I don't even think I have them turned up right now. I do. They're turned up. But it's not in 1080, actually. It's in, what is it? I don't know, but I'm playing in a window, and I had to record it using XSplit because Fraps doesn't recognize your browser as, you know, something that it can recognize. So I'm just playing in a little screen. So when I play it in full screen and have everything turned up, it looks fucking great. And you can see at the bottom my FPS it fluctuates pretty thoroughly, but it stays pretty damn good. And it's just, this game runs amazing, and it looks really good. It uses what's called the Unity engine. Like, you look around and you see the draw distance is pretty good, like the terrain is pretty good, the character models, I mean, they're really not bad, especially considering that you don't have to download shit to play this game. You just fucking sign up, you click on play now, and you're good to go. That's all you have to do, assuming you have the Unity engine browser plugin, which I already had for some other fucking game that I played. But it baffles me how much shit they can get into a browser game now. Like, the last browser game that I ever played was RuneScape, and I fucking hated that game. It was a piece of shit, and if you like RuneScape, fuck you. I don't care. It's a piece of shit game. Nobody likes RuneScape. Cause that game fucking, like, I guess maybe when it first came out, like, it was good, but now it's just, people are still, like, super wet over RuneScape, and I don't understand. But this is a sick browser game, and there's so much to do, and it's not, like, I didn't want to tell you it was a browser game from the beginning, because it doesn't suck. Like, it's a full-scale MMO, and you've got everything that you could want in an MMO. And you see, there's like different worlds, and there's different places you can go. Like, this is the very, very first area, and I've completed everything there is to do here. And I'm farther than this, but really, I just wanted to show you this area because I think it's cool. You can see this big-ass train here. They're called rail haulers, and this is how you get between other places. And there's also big zeppelins that unfortunately none flew by right now, and I don't know if they fly over the refuge or if it's just in Mellowin's Gate, which is the other city area that I went to. But you'll just be like chilling, and you'll see like these giant steam-powered zeppelins like just fly overhead, and that's another way that you can travel between areas. And it's a full-scale MMO right in your browser. You don't have to download anything. You can play this motherfucker at work. Like, if you're at work and you don't have to download shit to play this game, you can play it at school, whatever. Like, it's just cool. There's a lot of benefits to having a browser game, and so, I mean, hopefully you'll be interested. Hopefully this is cool. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to do more videos about this because I think it's fun. Like, just look at this. Like, that guy's sick. I think that's dope. He just looks cool. Steampunk is sick. So anyway, I'm babbling. So I'm fucking exhausted as balls. But if you want a beta, not a beta, if you want an alpha code for this game, just go ahead. Let me know in the comments that you are interested in playing this, and I will send you off an alpha code. Thank you for watching. Good night.